The HTC Dream, the HTC Desire, the Hero, the Salsa, and now the Sensation. Apparently this one's a multimedia superphone. It's also a super hit with the younger market.
This is my HTC Wildfire. I bought it because it had loads of cool apps and it was fresh and funky.
I chose this HTC because I love the Microsoft Office on it and it just looks great.
It's a quick, easy phone to use and yeah, it's like a poor man's iPhone.
Yeah, I love it. It's a brilliant phone.
They're slick, they've got super-sized screens, they run the Android software, plus you can download plenty of apps, and they're also cheaper than most of the other smartphones out there on the market. HTC seems to have it all, except for maybe good old-fashioned customer service. Just ask Julie. She bought an HTC Desire handset in July last year. After a few months it started switching itself off and wouldn't make calls, so she sent it in for repair.
They'd had my phone for about a month, so I had to chase them. Eventually my phone did come back, but it was minus its battery and the back was covered in biscuit crumbs, bizarrely.
HTC did promise to send a battery, and Julie used her old Nokia phone while she waited. 4 months on, still no battery, so she bought one herself.
So I put it in, switched my phone on, and it started switching itself off again. Exactly the same problem, they haven't fixed it at all.
Julie sent it off again. Better luck this time?
They had it for over a month and I chased it up and eventually they did own up and say it was lost.
HTC have now given Julie a refurbished phone, one without headphones. So after all that, what's her verdict?
I shall never, ever have anything to do with HTC again. I'll never buy another product and there is no way they are ever going to win me back as a customer.
It's the only thing you own that's always in arm's reach, which is why you don't need to get a phone. You need a phone that gets you, and you, and you.
But not some of you. Watchdog has received more than 100 complaints about HTC's customer service this year alone, from owners like James and Rob.
It all began just with a simple problem with the speaker. It's just a manufacturing fault, and the company, they're more than happy to pick it up and repair it for free. But whilst it was in their repair shop, they've managed to damage all the corners of the phone.
Let's have a look. It looks pretty bad. I mean, it's bashed up, isn't it? And what's happened since?
It's been in twice more for that to repair that cosmetic damage, which is inevitably still there. And each time they've done absolutely nothing at all. They've just taken the phone, kept it for a good 3 weeks each time. So they've been without a phone, then they've sent it back, popped it open the case. It's exactly the same every time.
And James, you've also got a HTC headache. What's happened to your phone?
I've sent it back 4 times. It's been away from me for well over 2 months. I haven't had a courtesy phone. Haven't really had an apology for that at all. They've sent me back a phone that isn't mine, and last time they were supposed to replace it and they didn't. They just wiped all the data off my phone and sent the same thing back. They just keep cocking up.
William Oakley agrees. He's also had problems with HTC for months.
Basically, I sent my phone into HTC for a repair, and they said after 1 week it'd been fixed and been returned to me. After another week, they didn't know where it was and claiming that the courier had lost it. I phoned them every day for a month. HTC said they were going to fix my phone under warranty and then said they wouldn't and wanted me to pay.
Increasingly frustrated, William decided to embarrass the company in public.
I was so angry that I went on the HTC UK's Facebook page and vented my frustration at them. After this, management at HTC phoned me up and offered me a replacement handset. But personally, I think this is too little too late at HTC, and the customer care is absolutely appalling and shocking, and they really do need to do something about it.
Meanwhile, other customers are lining up to vent their frustrations, both on Facebook and to Watchdog.
Worst thing about HTC is the customer service. They seem to be trying to help, but they never ring back when they say they will, and their systems just don't seem to be able to cope with what they're trying to do.
I'll definitely move away from HTC, which is a shame because I like their phones. Their hardware is really good, but if the service is so poor, there's no point having a good phone, if they can't fix it.
So, handsets that don't get fixed, handsets returned damaged, and handsets that don't come back at all. HTC might claim to be one of the fastest growing companies in the mobile world, but judging by the amount of complaints, maybe they're growing a little bit too fast.
You can find the full company response to this item at the bottom of the written web report. If you have any difficulties reading the text, please visit www.bbc.co.uk/accessibility.